Here's everything you need to know before driving for Uber Eats. After about 6 months or so driving with Uber Eats, I feel like it's time that I share some things that I have learned and things that might have been helpful for me as a beginner. I know that your time is valuable, so I want to share as many tips as I can with you in a short period of time. So let's get started. Let's start off with a few tips that I have for you before you actually get started driving on the road. Number one is Uber Eats may send you a hot bag. They didn't send me one for whatever reason, but they may send you one. If you don't receive one in the mail from Uber, then you can just use a hot bag that you get from a different food delivery company like DoorDash or Grubhub. But if you're not on those platforms, then you can probably just order one on Amazon. This will help keep the customers food hot when you are delivering it from the restaurant to the customer. You're going to want to make sure that you are finding the best times to drive in your market. Typically, I would say for almost any market, the lunch shift from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. and the dinner shift from 5 p.m. to around 8 p.m. is going to give you the most amount of earnings per hour. But of course, it fluctuates a little bit in every market, so you may have to test this out a little bit when you actually get on the road. So just make sure that you are doing your research. And typically, Uber Eats has been known as the app that performs better later at night. So you may actually get to have an extended dinner shift with Uber Eats. There really isn't anything else about the app that you really need to know before you get started driving. There's just going to be a go button in the middle of your screen. You're going to tap that, and then you're going to immediately be able to accept orders from the Uber Eats platform. There's no way that you can schedule yourself for a shift like other food delivery apps. So all you got to do is whenever you're ready to go, just click go. There will never be a time where you aren't allowed to click this. So that may actually lead to more drivers on the road than there should be, and then you may get fewer orders, but you're just not going to know that unless you're actually driving. The next couple things I'll say is really important. Make sure when you're driving around, make sure that you download a mileage tracker, because as an independent contractor, we are able to deduct our mileage that we drive for Uber Eats. So just please make sure that you are tracking your mileage so that come tax time, then you are going to be able to hide a little bit of your income so you pay less in taxes. Also, make sure that you download an app that will help you save money on gas, like Get Upside, because this will really help you out, because as a food delivery driver, you will be filling up your tank a lot more frequently than if you were doing a different job. So I have a Get Upside referral link in the description below if you want to use that. This will just help you save an additional 15 cents per gallon on your first purchase, and will continue to pay dividends down the road as you continue to use it. Now that you're actually on the road, after you click the go button, you are going to see a couple different things on your map. If it's busy enough, you're going to see surge pay and promotion zones. In my market, I see these pretty often, so I might as well talk about this because you probably see it in your market. These surge pay zones are places that are really busy and they need drivers. So sometimes Uber Eats will offer $1 or $1.50 per order so that you will earn extra money every single time you make a delivery in that exact zone. Now, sometimes the pay can actually increase a lot more than just $1 or $1.50, but I feel like that is what's pretty common. And then in really busy cities, sometimes you might even see like $2, $3, and $4. I would say it's okay to go into that zone and chase it to see if you can get paid up to like the $4 or $5 that you see. But the promotion zones are a little bit different, because sometimes they will pay you about like 1.1 times to 1.5 times what you would typically see. I don't really think this is a great way to make additional money. So if you find a zone in your city that is paying like 1.5 times the amount of money as a typical order, I wouldn't go driving across the city to go chase this, because it's probably not worth it for you to do so. But those surge zones, if you're about a couple miles away, it's maybe worth the risk to go out and try to get more money. You just have to find out what works well in your market. Accepting orders is a very important topic for Uber Eats. There's going to be a lot of times where you see offers like $2, $3, $4. Those ones just probably are never going to be worth it for you to accept. It's okay. All you can do is click the X in the top right corner of the app, and then you'll be sent another order when it comes through on your phone. But just make sure you're not declining everything, because if Uber Eats is your only app, then they might run out of orders to actually send to your phone. So you might just be sitting in a parking lot way longer than you need to. Make sure that you're just accepting the offers that make sense for you. Make sure you're looking out for the large orders on the Uber Eats platform, because unlike the other food delivery platforms, I feel like Uber Eats customers have a tendency to tip a lot higher than, say, like the DoorDash and Grubhub customers. And also, if you get an order that is above $10, then there could be a chance that this order can lead to higher tips after the tips are factored in an hour later. The reason why I say an hour later is because Uber Eats customers have an hour after delivery to change their tip. And so what Uber Eats likes to do is they will show upfront an $8 tip for every customer that tips more than $8. And then after the hour is over, then Uber Eats will tell the driver the full customer tip. So if you see an offer that is over $10, that means that you might have a chance to actually make more than what you see on the acceptance screen. Make sure you do a good job of tracking which restaurants you like to go to and which ones you don't like to go to. You need to either keep a list written down or just in your head of restaurants that have the order ready as soon as you walk in the door, and also of restaurants that make you wait like 5 or 10 minutes. I would say that orders on the Uber Eats platform are typically ready at many restaurants when you walk in to try to get the order. So if you're having to wait over 10 minutes for a restaurant to complete an order that you already got, maybe just jot that down just to make sure that you may not want to return to that restaurant. Of course, you're going to want to do your own testing. Make sure you go to that restaurant more than just once to see if it's actually a problem. And then if it is, then you don't have to accept orders from them anymore and just go to the restaurants that you do like. If you are having to wait too long at a restaurant, you are able to unassign the order. Just click on the red warning sign and then click that you will be unable to complete this order, and then just give a reason for that. Probably choose something with like excessive wait time, and then you'll be unassigned, and then you'll be able to move on to the next order. I pulled a quote directly from the Uber website. It says that you will not be penalized for canceling an order that you have not picked up yet. So I think this means that, if you are waiting a long time and you haven't picked up the order yet, it's okay to cancel it and move on to the next one, and the app will not punish you for doing so. Now, what you guys might be most curious about is the earnings that you make from Uber Eats. Typically in my area, what I see is that the base pay is around $2. Sometimes that changes, and sometimes that's also affected by the surge pay and the promotion pay that I talked about earlier. But you will get the base pay plus whatever surge pay and promotion pay plus 100% of the customer tip. Of course, the surge pay and the promotion pay is really nice, but it doesn't happen all the time, and you can't really rely on that for every single time that you're delivering food. So you're going to want to make sure that you're accepting high-paying orders that make sense for you, and those will typically be the orders with the highest customer tip. Drivers are paid out every single Tuesday for the previous week's work from Monday to Sunday. So everything you earn in those 7 days will be paid straight into your bank account on Tuesday. There is a feature for instant cash out. So if you choose to use this, there is a 50-cent fee to cash out all of your current earnings that have not been placed into your bank account. I believe you can do this up to 5 times a day. So if you really want to do that, you can. Just know that you'll have to pay a 50-cent fee every single time that you use this. I've got plenty more to share with you, so please subscribe if you want to see even more tips. Hit the like button if this helped you at all, And if I missed anything, please comment below to help other people just starting out on their journey. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.